my God, is that the faces of the future? The first thing I want to talk about on Monday Rundown News, because there's a lot of stuff that's been transpiring just to start the year in general. The Trump administration had announced a few different things over this past week. And I'm going to read the little summary of it, and then we can go deeper into exactly what they were talking about. But it says there's been a lot of controversy around statements by Trump officials suggesting that U.S. citizens must carry proof of residence, proof of citizenship beyond normal IDs like real IDs or driver's license to avoid detention by federal agents. They said civil rights advocates strongly reject the claim, noting there's no legal requirement for citizens to constantly carry proof of citizenship, and that immigration law only requires non-citizens to carry proof of their lawful status. Critics say that practice of questioning and detaining citizens without reasonable cause raises serious constitutional concerns. And then on top of that, let's talk about that first, and then I'll go to the next thing that they announced. But what do you think about I guess the administration about to require all citizens to walk around with proof of citizenship wherever they go, and if they don't, they're going to get arrested for it?
I mean, wait, didn't you say that the civil rights activists basically said, like, technically we don't have to?
Yeah, it's not a law. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. You shouldn't be arrested or put in the detention center for not having an ID on you. Because you could be walking. Say you're walking your dog. You didn't bring your ID. Just walking in the park, and someone comes up to you. It's like, where's your identification? You can't show that you're a citizen. And like, all right, put you in the detention center because you don't got your ID on you.
Shit, you got a lot of people in the detention center and they can get right the fuck out and sue the city.
Yeah, I think.
So I mean, if they can do that, shit, put me in that motherfucker.
Put me in. Not me. Don't put me in there.
I'm getting a check, bro.
You said you gonna get a check?
Yeah, bro.
If they make it a rule, how you gonna get a check?
Who said they're making it a rule?
They said they're trying to require it.
They're requiring it. Is the rule?
But that's what they're pushing for. I'm saying if it becomes a requirement.
If they're doing that, and it's not a rule, there's a whole lot of American citizens about to get a payout.
I think a lot of American citizens gonna be mad because it's like, I should be able to walk freely without being bothered.
You should be able to walk freely without being bothered, but you got to play it by the system. Let them arrest you.
No, I feel that arrest you, but I think like a lot of people are gonna be irritated about that.
No, I think it is
when it comes to that, because like you said, I should be able to walk in the park without having to carry my ID on if I'm just walking around.
But it's no different getting profiled or getting pulled over.
True. At the end of the day, but
now really no different, bro.
Now it's like you're just doing it to everybody to do whatever though.
Just like some of these cops.
But we know when that happens, they're gonna be targeting probably a certain group of people.
Just like same with ICE.
No, I know. I'm saying, but it goes back to like the whole stop and frisk thing that they made back in the day, where it was they were targeting marginalized people in marginalized areas that they thought were doing whatever. So I mean,
it's damn near history repeating itself.
Yeah, but I think like it goes back to what I said last episode about that distrust, man. That distrust that's going to continue to drive a wedge in between the citizens versus like the government.
Yeah, but it's people already started to distrust the government.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that they distrust it, but I'm saying like it's driving that wedge deeper and deeper. Remember our last episode we were talking about how divisiveness is growing, like when it comes to not just like white versus black or Republican versus Democrat, but the people versus the government. The government. Like I think this is another building block to that. To that, and I don't think it should happen. I mean, but if you're an American citizen, obviously you're not going to necessarily have nothing to worry about. But that's just the extra hurdle you're going to have to go through at the end of the day.
It is, bro. But I mean, like I said, morality-wise, if you really think about it, yeah, it's a little excessive and it's a little too much.
Yeah, I think.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
But like I said, like I mean, you just got to play it by the system. How I see it. If they're going to try to require these things, but they're not required and they're still doing it, you got to let them shoot themselves in the foot type of shit.
Yeah.
Because eventually the people are going to uprise and, try to create change or create corruption, or not corruption, but like dysfunction in what's going on.
True. Do you think that's the reason like they're trying to get everybody to get the real ID just to travel domestically and all that type of stuff?
Say it again.
Do you think that's the reason? You know how they're requiring like you'd have like if you don't have like a passport, you have to have a real ID, like the new version of it. Like that's the reason why.
You think people you basically want? Yeah,
I'm saying like, do you think that's the reason why they're starting to have that requirement? Is because that they're trying to roll this out?
The real ID part?
Yeah, you know how like the last year.
I get what you're saying about that.
Do you think that's the reason they're trying to require to have everybody have a real ID to show that you're a citizen?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, but it's no different than having a fucking license or a passport.
Yeah, but everybody don't have a license or a passport.
Okay, so they can't travel outside the country.
Yeah, but you don't realize a lot of people don't even leave their radius, their blocks,
And that's
or whatever
fine.
it may be, or
And
their
that's fine.
neighborhoods.
Social security number says everything.
True. So you got to carry that social everywhere, huh?
I mean, most people know their social security number off the top of their dome.
Think so?
Or they have it written down somewhere.
What if it's like a youth or a kid?
Okay, I mean, then if the kid gets, I mean, first of all, he's a fucking minor, so you need a guardian. A guardian's gonna have to show up.
If they get stopped,
if they're under fucking 16, yeah,
you can still get arrested.
but they have to contact a legal guardian, bro.
Yeah, but they can still put them in detention and then contact them after.
That's
but
cool.
I'm saying that whole process.
That's cool.
So if a kid's walking down the street, I'm
okay.
Joe, you don't got your ID on you.
And as a parent, you should.
Are you legal? And they just take your kid.
Again, as a parent, no. Okay, my kid, he's fucking 4. Let's say he's fucking 12.
Yeah.
He's 12 years old. You think he's gonna know that? Most 12-year-olds are not gonna know their social security number. Right.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm getting at.
The point is, first of all, 9 times out of 10, the kid is gonna get stopped. The cop's gonna be like, "What's your name?" He's gonna be probably scared. My name is X, Y, and Z. And then he said, "What's your birthday?" They're gonna look that shit up in the system. All right, it's right there. Like, you don't really need your social security number.
I mean, I'm talking about with the ID part. They make it a requirement because you know how like with like the ICE stuff, they're taking kids, they're taking adults, whatever it may be. If you don't have that documentation, they just
can you look up at what age you have to get a real ID?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Cause shit, and what's the point of a 10-year-old having a real ID if they're not even driving or if they're not even walking around, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you, but I'm saying that's the concern I'm bringing up is like if you have to have 18 or older.
That's the bingo.
But I'm saying though, like if they make it a requirement for all citizens to have like some type of proof of citizenship based on what they're trying to, you know how they're like trying to deport people and all that type of stuff. Like,
proof of citizenship is the social security.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but now these kids, like how you said, kids most likely don't know it. Like they're gonna have to now require their citizenship on them at all times, whatever it may be. And it's like,
I don't know. I think.
You don't think that'll happen?
It probably will in probably the next 20 years, 30 years,
20
maybe.
years.
Yeah.
I don't think that long.
Yeah, I do.
I think if they're actively deporting people,
20 years is not that long.
I'm saying if they're actively currently deporting people, sending people back to their countries, no matter what age you are, like what would
if they're immigrants, right?
Yeah, but how would you know if they don't have can show their citizenship? That's what I'm saying.
They definitely would know.
How would you know?
They're not just sending people back, but they know.
Bro, we're
talking about the government. We're talking about the government.
Yes, bro.
You think the government doesn't fucking know?
What you mean? I think the government is everyday agent that's running around may not know. That's the bottom of the totem pole, bro.
They're gonna pass down that information, bro.
Bro, not to any and everybody. If that's the case, every time a cop stops you, they would know everything about you already before they ask a question.
They'll know your social security number.
Cops don't know your social security number when they first pull you over,
if they get your name and your birthday, they can look that shit up real quick.
But I'm saying if you're required to carry this shit, if you're required, that
okay,
creates a problem.
I mean, if they have a system, you can say your first name and your last name and your birthday.
But I know that's the system that you're saying cops have. But I'm saying if it becomes a requirement by the government, every citizen has to carry.
We're in a digital age, bro. We're in a digital age.
I feel you, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that cut and dry. What you mean it's not the 80s?
We're in a digital age. They can look that shit up real quick.
So then how come when it comes to that, you're saying they can look this up real quick? How come all these when it comes to like the ICE stuff, they're getting it wrong with a lot of different people. They're just pulling randoms. And then sending them back home and all that stuff. If they have the digital, they should know already.
I mean, if you think about it, it's on the people to fucking sue their ass.
I know, but I'm going to the point of you saying it's digital, they should know. But I'm saying, if that's the case, then all these misidentifications shouldn't be happening.
But at the end of the day,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
you can still sue, but I'm saying it shouldn't happen in the first place. It shouldn't happen in the first place.
Who's working the digital?
What you mean?
Humans, right? Humans make mistakes all the time. Shit.
But you're going back to my point of when it comes to they're making mistakes about this kid
sue
is
their
immigrant,
ass.
whatever.
Sue their ass.
Yeah, but everybody don't have the means to sue.
I mean, shit. I mean, these lawyers want fucking big paydays, so they'll take it out.
I feel you. I just think it shouldn't get to that point.
Huh?
I don't think it should have to get to that point, though,
I mean, it does,
in my opinion.
It does,
I think that's excessive, like we agreed on it before. Like, it's excessive.
It is excessive, bro. I never disagree with that.
I know, I'm just saying.
But I'm saying this is, I get it, but I'm saying what's going to change? How are you going to change it? Tell me. That's what I'm feeling.
Keep it as is.
Keep
it as is.
That's the roadblock we always get.
Keep it as is.
It's like everybody's like, oh, this, that, and the third. How are you going to change it? How are you going to change it? What are you going to do about it?
Right now, you have to go with what the administration says, but I'm saying
you don't though.
I mean, technically you don't, but
you
there's repercussions if you don't.
Shit. I mean, if you're really willing to ready to die for the shit, do it.
Yeah, but everybody not willing to die.
Exactly. So until then, everybody's going to shut up and stay in line.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying though, like when you're saying like obviously there has to be some type of solution. When you come in, you said if you're not ready to die for it, then you gotta shut up and listen. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but I'm saying on the grand scheme of things.
That is the grand scheme of things.
What you mean?
Like nobody wants to really be a radical about it and really die.
I mean, there are people that are being radicals. They just don't have that many people behind them, or they don't have the funds to do what they need to do.
They don't have that influence enough.
Yeah, I mean.